Hi, this is Luke, for Production Expert, and today I'm going to show you how to get a multi-mic drum sound with a one-mic drum recording using Sonox Oxford Drumgate. So at the moment I have a single mic recording of my drum kit that sounds like this. So what I'm going to do is generate some MIDI notes from this recording to add some kick and snare samples just to give the thing a close mic sound. Here it is. So at the moment my threshold is all the way down. I'm going to put this into kick first because I want to generate the MIDI data for that. Just raise my threshold. Maybe bring it down a little bit. So all of my blue hits here are my kick hits. So it knows. So all I have to do is look at these rectified waveforms to see what's going on. So as always, I'm trying to run my threshold as low as possible. I'm looking at the blue light just to check what my detector is doing. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I might lower it just a little bit more. So once I'm happy with my detection, I can generate the MIDI data. So I go into my settings to make sure that I'm firing out the correct note. I need to change that to C1 for kick. Hit capture. And then over here on my MIDI track, I need to make sure that its MIDI input is receiving from Oxford Drumgate, which it is. So now all I have to do is hit record. Excellent, so that is my kick MIDI. Next thing we need to do is to go back into the gate and detect the snare hits. So I'm just going to go over to my match transient section and put it on snare, turn off kick and have a listen. And incredibly, without having to change anything with my threshold, it already knows what I'm going for. So very good. So what I will do there is maybe just pull this sensitivity down a little bit. Because they're simple hits, I just mainly want the big hits for this. I'll keep the ghost notes off the overheads. Okay, and again looking at my blue light. Great, so I'm happy with that. D1 for snare. Select capture and then making sure that I'm in merge mode as well in my DAW. In Studio One it's down here at the bottom, and print this D1 note to my MIDI track. So now I have my drum MIDI from my overhead recording. So now all I have to do is call up the sampler of my choice. Today I'm going to use Impact XT, drag that in, and simply add the samples that I need. So I'll put this kick into C1 and this snare into D1. Okay, so let's have a listen in isolation. Okay, so sounding good. Let's have a listen with the overhead. Oh yeah, turn off the drum gate. Sounding pretty good. There's a little bit of flamming there, but I can fix that with the MIDI if I need to. So let's just have a listen to the overhead in isolation. I'm just going to add a bit of processing there. So I've added some top lift and some bottom cut there. This compression sounds a bit extreme, but that is just to stop those snare drum hits poking through. That's without. So that just takes the tops off those and brings out the snare buzz, which isn't a bad thing in this case. So quite a toppy compressed sound on its own, but in context, not sounding too bad at all. So this was before. And this is after. So big improvement there, especially if you pick samples that are sympathetic to the recording. So that is using Sonox Oxford Drumgate to get a multi-mic drum sound with a one mic recording. To find out more and to read our full article, head over to the Production Expert blog.